everyone. Thank you very much for the introduction. My name is Blanka Chmurzyńska-Braun. I am the head of Polish Union of Cosmetic Industry. We are in our third day of webinars prepared by our organization, by the Polish Union of Cosmetic Industry. And as you remember, Żaneta summarized all the main points that we've heard yesterday. And no wonder that after Nielsen presenting to us all economical and retail channels data, because that's what Nielsen specializes in, today is the day for Mintel. For all of us who are from the inside, who work for the cosmetic industry, who are the cosmetic producers, we know that Mintel is a global player, a company analyzing all the trends, R&D movements, all cosmetics appearing on the shelves of all markets globally at the same time, looking at how they are presented, what kind of ingredients they contain, what kind of declarations, claims they use, basically on very extensive research that Mintel carries out. We learn in which direction the global players are heading, what kind of trends they create, and it's more important, what new trends we notice globally. And today, inviting Mintel and Margot Caron to see us, to talk, to spend this 45 minutes with us, we want to learn from a global analytical think tank about the global trends, but we will look at the map of them, and Margot will pinpoint for you, are we following the trends? Are we setting them? And do we have here locally in Poland entities, companies who are ahead of the edge, who are creating the competitive field? Because after all, what we stand for is R&D, science, merging trends which are coming to the market with all scientific knowledge that we have locally here in Poland. As you can see, Margot is not with me on the stage. This serious circumstances take serious measures. She couldn't fly in from London, but we can see her, we can talk to her, and we will be connected with her just right now. Margot is with me. Hello, good morning, how are you?
Hello, I'm good, thank you.
As you can see, Margot is ready to present. We will be able to answer all the questions that our buyers and watchers of our Polish Beauty channel will be placing to us. Margot, weather in London okay? Are you in good shape? Are you ready to spin the house, to give us some interesting data?
Yes,
Yes,
I'm ready.
Okay, Mintel is with us. Margot Caron, I will leave you at good hands of this very good beauty trends analyst, and let's see what today's webinar will bring us. Thank you.
So yes, I'm Margot Caron, Global Beauty Analyst at Mintel from London. Mintel is a market research company. We're specialized in what consumers want and why, and we're specializing in an area of industries, and beauty and personal care is one of them. And today I've been invited to present to you the Polish Stars of 2020 Global Cosmetic Trends. So this presentation is going to be about global trends that we've identified for 2030 and how Polish brands are responding to them. So Blanka on Monday was mentioning and was talking about the creativity and how it's at the core of the Polish beauty industry. So we're going to explore here in this presentation how this creativity of the Polish industry is pushing innovation forward and how it's responding to these global trends. So the presentation is going to be split in three parts, three big trends. First, combining science and nature for clean beauty. We're going to analyze how Polish beauty brands are responding to this clean beauty wave to this demand for non-harmful beauty, so non-harmful for the body, for the people, but also for the environment. The second part of this presentation is going to explore next level holism. So we're going to touch on the wellness industry, the wellness halo, because beauty is part of the wellness halo now, the wellness ecosystem. And we're going to analyze how Polish brands are responding to the demand for beauty products that are at the same time responding to or benefiting physical health, but also providing emotional balance. And the third trend is going to be about making everyday beauty extraordinary. So here we're going to look at value. So yesterday with Nielsen, it was the topic of price sensitivity was also put at the forefront. We're going to look at this value, how to make everyday products and everyday beauty memorable, and how to inject value and experience in them. So first of all, first trend, combining science and nature for clean beauty. So at Mintel, we developed a BPC beauty trend for 2030 called the Panorama of Humanity. And it really analyzes how, for us, clean beauty or the clean beauty industry will just be the beauty industry in the next 5 to 10 years. This is something that is going to progressively take place, because the brands and the companies that cannot ensure that their products are non-harmful for the skin or non-harmful for the body or for the environment will face difficulties. So really ensuring, brands will really ensure that that their products and that their practices are virtuous and are healthy and non-harmful. Clean will also, the term clean will also evolve to be about transparency and eco-ethical messages rather than just, fear marketing. So rather than just focusing on anything that's related to free from, for example, which can be a little bit, which can provoke fear in consumers, but which can also have its own difficulties linked to new regulations, is going to be about valuing ingredients and valuing what's inside the product, rather than just focusing on what has been removed from the product for it to be efficient and clean. So that's, to us, the global trend that will really unfold to 2030. What's interesting is that Polish consumers really demand this sustainability, the fact that brands and beauty brands are non-harmful to the environment. And at first, of course, when clean beauty was in infancy, clean meant natural for a lot of consumers. But today we see that actually more and more consumers are suspicious about the fact that maybe natural doesn't mean sustainable, and vice versa. And this chart showcases the proportion of consumers who are concerned that the ingredients used in their natural products are not sustainable. And as you see, in Poland, we have almost 70% of adults, of consumers, who are concerned about this. So there is now this suspicion that actually, or this demand for natural products as well to be sustainable. And this is something that has accelerated with COVID-19. We see that more than a third of Polish consumers aged 16 to 24 place a higher priority to the environment since the COVID-19 outbreak began. So the crisis, the current crisis, has accelerated eco-consciousness in Polish consumers. So it's bringing even more at the forefront the need for sustainability. And we see that in terms of product launches, the Polish beauty industry is really adapting quite quickly to this mindset. We see that the fastest growing claims in new product launches on the Polish market are really focusing on ethical claims, but also vegan claims, as you can see here, here in light blue. These claims are really skyrocketing. They are from the fastest growing claims. And it's very also interesting to see that that brands are really putting sustainability linked to naturality at the forefront. Sustainable practices is really something that Polish brands are adopting to respond to Polish consumers' demands. Here we have three very interesting examples. So on the left, Mokosh, which is a company that is adopting a zero waste philosophy. They are all recyclable. The packaging are all recyclable. They're all contained in glass jars, and they are featuring organic ingredients. So really having this mindset at the core of their brand philosophy. The second example, IOP, is all about affordable sustainability. So making sustainability really approachable to everyone. And they are using as much as 90% of natural ingredients. And interesting claims, ingredients are minimally processed. So having again this kind of like raw ingredients at the core of their processes. And finally, Resibo. Resibo is also focusing on natural products. It's vegan, and they use as well biodegradable packaging. So looking at how to also be virtuous in terms of packaging. Something that's very interesting as well, and that is really tapping into this need and this demand for sustainable beauty, and something that also Blanca touched on as well during her presentation on Monday, which was localism and local ingredients and the reliance of well, the resilience, sorry, of Polish beauty brands who relied on local sourcing during the crisis. So here we see that local ingredients is really something that brands beautify, and this is also something that can touch on carbon emissions and on reducing them, so making brands more sustainable because everything's local and locally sourced. So here again, two very interesting brands. The first one, Polka Z, uses local natural resources, and something that's really, really local and locally themed is Ziaja. The brand Ziaja Danskin. This brand is themed around the coastal city of Gdansk, and the ingredients are sourced in the region of Gdansk. So really beautifying these ingredients is really something that resonates with the Polish consumers and provides as well the resilience of the brands. When we look at beyond just natural and science, nature and science need to work hand in hand to really provide sustainable ingredients. We have seen a little bit earlier in the presentation that consumers can be suspicious about the sustainable credentials of their natural ingredients. Nature and science working hand in hand will really overcome this challenge and this consumer mindset, as long as the synthetics are safe and they're sustainable. We see that Polish consumers are quite eager to and quite ready to consume and to buy scientifically modified natural ingredients. So ingredients from natural origins that have been modified in a lab. This is something that is quite strong especially in younger consumers. As you can see here, almost 30% of consumers aged 25 to 34, compared to only 16% in France. So there is this really strong readiness from Polish consumers to buy ingredients from natural origins. And Polish consumers as well are extremely trusting ingredients and products that are created by scientists. So here 68% versus only 49% in Germany. So as we see, this is really, there is a readiness, there is a mindset around this trust in science, as long as well as natural origins are also promoted, because obviously the Polish beauty market is driven by naturality. And when we look at this nature and this science working together, biotechnological innovation is really something that Polish brands have embraced in the past few years. So here again, looking at how the usage of biotechnological ingredients in the Polish beauty launches, and we see that it's really it has really accelerated to meet the global usage of biotechnological products as well. So again, a real embrace of these modified ingredients and these ingredients from biotech processes. And when we look at brands, all this symbiosis between nature and science is really shining through some innovations and some brand philosophies, such as, for example, Oyo Labs. Oyo Labs is really working on the conscious synthesis of nature and science. And they have all these ingredients that are plant extracts, organic, cold press, but that are also all clinically, they all deliver results that are clinically proven. So having science working for them to prove that the products are efficient. Second trend, exploring next level holism. So here looking at wellness and the wellness industry and see how Polish brands and the Polish industry are responding to consumers' demand for, at the same time, beauty products to respond and to benefit their physical health, but also their emotional balance. So first of all, self-care is something that has been emerging even before the current crisis. Self-care is a key global focus. Wellness is a key global focus. And beauty is really part now of the wellness ecosystem. Consumers are demanding or need their beauty products to work at improving how they care for themselves, how they develop self-care for themselves. And with obviously COVID-19, the focus on ingredients and products that, for example, boost immunity or that help consumers cope with stress and anxiety during these times, this is something that has been accelerating with the crisis. And for example, we see that Goop launched a mindfulness series to help its community cope, and Goop obviously is one of the beacons of the global, one of the trendsetter of the global wellness trend and wellness industry. And here we really see that, again, Polish consumers are really demanding for beauty brands to respond to this need for physical health, to their need to improve their physical health. And this is something that we've seen during COVID-19 as well. 38% of Polish consumers who do BPC, so beauty activities, more often since the beginning of the outbreak, have been doing them more to improve physical health. So there is really a connection here between beauty rituals and feeling healthy and boosting, trying to boost one's immunity. And this is really something that is unfolding for Polish brands. The usage of ingredients that are taken from the health categories. So for example, categories like vitamin and supplements, like for example, here with Perfecta Phenomen CTH, using vitamin C into color cosmetics, into a foundation. So really taking these ingredients that are from the health department and on the more pharmaceutical shelves and putting them into beauty products to benefit the skin. But it's also something that Evelyn Cosmetics has done with the usage of probiotics and prebiotics in their microbiome protection range. Tapping into positive connotations between beauty and mental wellness as well, and emotional well-being, is something that has been again accelerating with COVID-19. We see that so many Polish consumers actually use beauty to feel better. Here we see on the left that almost 3/4 of them feel that following a beauty routine is a good way to reduce stress. Almost 70% in the middle agree that having a beauty treatment can make them feel happier. So there is a clear and distinct link between beauty routines and feeling good, feeling happy. And we see that again, during times of crisis, during times of hardship, using beauty products, using beauty rituals as to find solace during difficult times is really something that Polish consumers are keen to do. 37 of Polish consumers who do beauty activity more often as a result of the crisis of the outbreak do so to reduce stress. So again, this is really key to promote for Polish consumers. Brands are really tapping into this stress relief and this relaxation, and we see that there are brands that do it in a very inspirational way, in a very beautiful way, really having this pampering and this relaxing and stress-free way to develop this emotional balance claims for beauty products. So on the left, you have Fluff. This is a brand that uses adaptogens. So all these ingredients found in remedies that can reduce stress. So they use it in their products to reduce, to strengthen the skin barrier, but also having this kind of stress reducing feel attached to it. And Dr. Irena Eres, here we see that it's more Maldives themed, so providing escapism, also when consumers might stay a little bit more at home as well during this time. So finding these escapism themed, so variants, to provide this pampering and relaxing rituals is also something that's very interesting to explore. The wellness industry has really been focusing on a certain ingredient. CBD is really connected to wellness, and we've seen this ingredient really buzzing recently. So we see that Poland, as you see here, Poland. So this is the percentage of facial care launches with CBD oil between September 2019 and August 2020. And we see that Poland again has really embraced this trend, embraced the CBD craze, and connecting skincare and wellness through this ingredient that taps really into this well-being benefits that are really holistic, like calming, soothing, and nourishing for the skin. And here we have a few examples of Polish brands adopting this trending ingredient. First, Bielenda, which has natural, organic, and vegan formulas, and really pushing forward the cannabidiol ingredients. Nutka as well, providing moisturizing and soothing properties thanks to CBD. And finally, Botanic with CBD oil again. And here we're more into a multifunctional product. So really adding again value in products with trending ingredients. Aromatherapy, when it comes to well-being and to mental well-being, is really something that appeals to Polish consumers. So aromatherapy and healing properties. We see that almost a third of Polish women show interest in beauty products with aromatherapy or healing features. And this is really something that's of an interest in Poland, because we see that, for example, in the UK, it's less, it's 15%. So we see that there is a strong interest for this sensory appeal in brands and products that are tapping into wellness claims. Here we have three very, again, interesting brands really tapping into aromatherapy, tapping into the scent of a product to provide these wellness benefits and these mood benefits. So first, EOC uses sweet orange and essential oils to really bring positive spirits to the usage of a product. So quite dynamizing, quite energizing. And as they say, press the pump to release endorphins. So they're really working on this kind of like happy feeling, this kind of energizing feeling. AA with superfruits and herbs is working on putting consumers in the perfect mood. So really having this kind of like, again, energizing or relaxing effects when you use their products. And finally, energy shots with food ingredients. Here it's Mavavo with all the handmade body peeling with food-inspired ingredients that are said to really boost the usage and the way the pleasant experience of using their product. Something that's also quite beautiful in terms of trends is this kind of like chic alternative healing practices that have been explored globally, and that is also explored in the Polish beauty industry. Having these healing practices with all these quartz and stone mineral made devices that you can pair with skincare products. This is something that the brand Easy Living is really exploring with, again, beautiful tools like gua sha face massage tools, but also divine serum oils to accompany the usage of these tools, and trending products and products that are providing this extra ritual, wellness ritual, such as the skin steams and everything that's related to like the skin baths and the skin steams. Third trend, make everyday beauty extraordinary. So here we're going to go to our value and to touch on our value trend, our trend about value. It's a Mintel consumer trend for 2030 called value. The fact that adding value and going beyond functional benefits to tap into the emotional benefits of a purchase is something that becomes increasingly important. This is something that gains so much importance for consumers who are actually looking for experience, but also looking at products that benefit them, looking at slowing down their consumption to actually refocus on products that are durable, that are of high quality, but that also bring a good value for the price you pay. So value is really central to a lot of it's a key driver for beauty consumers for 2030. And again, Polish consumers are really responding to this trend, are really echoing this trend. And when we see that 3/4 of Polish consumers agree that the number of beauty and grooming products available can be overwhelming, it's very visible that brands need to bring them products with the value, a true reason to purchase, but also products that are simple or easy to I would say, well, a more minimal approach to be more straightforward and to really tap into a focused benefits, to really bring this value, to really bring relevance, to cut through the noise of this overwhelming offer. So the first strategy that Polish brands have developed, some Polish brands have developed, is really this minimalist approach that we've seen in trending brands and successful brands like, for example, The Ordinary or the Inky List. A minimalist approach focused on ingredients and on the simplicity of claims, just very straightforward, with benefits really readable. And here again, two brands that have embraced this approach and this philosophy. First, we have Ministerstwo, which is a brand that develops products with a minimalist ingredient list. So here, for example, we have a product that only uses 2 ingredients. That is rosemary, flower water, and radish root ferment. So only having this minimalist ingredient list to really target consumers in need of simplicity, but of beautiful simplicity and of straightforwardness in the benefits. The second one is Hagi, and this is more tapping into all-purpose products, multifunctional products, but also products that are easy to use, that have a functional format. So it's a pomade, but it's also a stick that you can use in a very versatile way. the fact that we're looking at minimalism and that we're looking at value doesn't mean that Polish consumers don't want something extra, something extraordinary when they are consuming their personal care products, when they're consuming everyday beauty. And it's very important to inject novelty and to inject experience in personal care products, because Polish consumers are expecting from brands novelty and innovation and experience when they partake into their beauty routines. Here we see that 42% of Polish consumers have tried a new beauty product that they haven't tried before in 2019. So again, there is this hunger to discover new things and to have new beauty experiences when consuming beauty products. And bringing excitement with multi-sensory qualities in personal care is really something that Polish brands have done to entice their consumers, to entice their customers. So here we see, for example, the brand Fridge by Ide, which is a brand that provides products that are 100% fresh and that need to be kept in the fridge. So having this cooling effect, having this freshness injected in the products. Equally Fluffy, which develops shower balms made with superfood ingredients and having these superfood effect with all these scented delights that are added to shower products. And Miodowa Mydlarnia also developed a powder alternative for soaps and gels and lotions with, for example, their Good Morning washing powder. And here again is bringing novelty. It's tapping also into skin sensitivity. And it's really providing this new experience for shower products with a surprising and playful format. The other way to bring value as well in everyday products is really to respond to the demand of Polish consumers to have access to products that are tailored to them. So it doesn't necessarily mean made to measure, because obviously made to measure and ultra personalized products are difficult to do for mass personal care products or for personal care but micro-targeting consumers and really developing products that are extremely specific to their demographics is something that is, again, increasingly important. When we look at the markets that we've surveyed in Europe, we see that in Poland there is one of the highest demands when it comes to products that are actually targeted specifically for them. So targeting especially for their age, as you can see in purple on the left here. Sorry, so 55% of Polish consumers want products that are created especially for their age, and 40% want products that are created especially for their gender. And this is a high demand. This is like a very strong demand that brands are responding to. So first of all, adapting to age-specific skincare demands is something that has been accelerating as well in the market, in the Polish markets. Perfecta is adopting a strategy that is extremely interesting with Botulux here. They have developed age-specific variants. So according to the age you are, you're going to have variants of products. So if you're in your 30s, 40s, or 50s, etc., you're going to be able to choose between the variants of a Botulux product. Radical as well has developed Age Architect, which is a product that targets skin, that is designed for the skin of consumers age 75 plus. So really tapping into targets that sometimes can be overlooked and that are extremely age specific. And finally, male grooming is also something that is accelerating and with very interesting and very beautiful launches on the male grooming segments. Here we have three examples. So the ZEW for men, here with charcoal from a local region. So going back again to our trend about local ingredients, but using local ingredients, using local charcoal to develop their soap. Topa as well. Here looking, this is really a product around value as well, because it's these very practical on the go products in pouches, and here we have an on the go bird care, so care for the birds, and again providing this very practical format, and finally pat and rub. And their men's line, 100% powered by nature, and looking at how to cater for men in all the area of grooming. So 4 key takeaways for this presentation. 4 key takeaways about the polish industry and how it innovates in accordance to global cosmetic trends. So first, bringing science to nature for more sustainability. The fact that brands reassure consumers with health-inspired claims, supporting as well consumers' mental well-being and bringing excitement in functional products. This is the end of this presentation. Thank you very much for attending. Thank you for your attention, and I wish you all a